Hi, I'm Mark, and this is Let's Vibe, the channel all about crystals and our feelings. So today I wanted to do something a bit different for this video. This isn't related to crystals, but it's definitely related to energy and our spiritual vibration. And I was thinking about something that I learned about last year, about a year to a year and a half ago. And that is Agesta Codes. So I had never heard of these before, but there's a channeler on YouTube, and I'll include a link to her channel in the description box below. Her name's Desi, and she posts relatively short videos, channeled messages, and sometime last year she posted a couple videos where she introduced Agesta Codes, and she used a few different codes for healing, specifically healing from childhood wounds and trauma. And so these are numerical codes that were channeled a number of decades ago by a man named José Gabriel Agesta. And he was from Puerto Rico. And he compiled all of these codes into a book, and you can actually find a digital copy of the book on Amazon for Kindle. That was the only place that I found it, and it's not expensive. But these are codes that were given to him specifically to help humanity in the ascension process. Ascension meaning the process of raising our vibration, raising our frequency, and raising the frequency of the earth. And that's really what humanity and the earth is going through right now. And so these codes are specifically for helping us in all areas of life through this ascension process. And there are hundreds of codes in this book, codes for physical health, emotional and mental health, codes for connecting with the angels and spirit guides, ascended masters, codes for Mother Earth herself, for plants and animals, even codes for entire countries, all kinds of things. And so after learning about those codes, I found that ebook and bought a copy, downloaded a copy, and started using the codes myself. And I've found them to be very helpful, especially in connecting with guardian angels and archangels. He has codes for angels that I certainly have never heard of, and codes connecting with star systems and planets that I'd never heard of. It's really pretty cool. So I wanted to share and recite one specific code today that can be used for creating an energy of solidarity around the world, in helping the earth and humanity through these growing pains. So I think of this code as like supporting Mother Earth, but also supporting everyone on the earth in easing the ascension symptoms. You know, you could also say easing the birthing pains that we're all going through as we raise our frequency. So each code, I felt like this particular code is really needed, especially right now. It's very supportive on a collective level, and also helpful for the earth itself. So the way you use these codes, it's pretty simple. You just recite the code 45 times, because as the book says, 45 is the number of manifestation. So what I'm gonna do, and you can just relax and listen as I recite the code. You don't have to do anything special, but I'm gonna recite this particular code 45 times. And so here we go. 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845, 88845. All right. whenever I use that code, I just get it's quite subtle, but I get this sense of connection, like a stable connection with Mother Earth and just with everything around me, humanity around me. It's kind of a subtle, gentle, stabilizing energy. So if you feel led or called to check out these codes for yourself, like I said, you can go on Amazon or Kindle and find the ebook by José Gabriel Agesta, and it's called Agesta Codes. And one thing I will mention is the book, at the beginning of the book, there's like a introduction and some information before it gets into the codes, but it explains that, you know, if you happen to use the codes and you feel like you're not connecting with the energy, like it's not really working, it's because your energy, your aura is too dense and too heavy. And so if that's the case, and if you really feel called to it, there's a whole outline of a 9-day process that you can do to release extra weight from your energy field and raise your vibration so that you can really work with the codes. It's kind of intensive. It's a lot of codes. What you're supposed to do is recite each of the codes that are listed 45 times each for 9 days in a row. And it's, like I said, it's quite a few codes, so you would really need to reserve like at least an hour of your day to reciting all of these codes. I will say that only do this if you really feel called, if you feel like your intuition, your inner voice, spirit is guiding you towards it, because reciting all of those codes and raising your vibration, releasing the heaviness, could easily come with a lot of emotional disruption, and, you know, things can definitely come to the surface that might be difficult to handle. So only do that if you really feel called. I did not do that 9-day process because by the time I found these codes, I'd already been doing a number of years of inner work, spiritual healing. I'd experienced quite a few energetic ascensions, meaning my energy and frequency had already been rising quite a bit. And so by the time that I came across these codes, I was connecting with them. I connected with them immediately, and that's why I really started using them. And I use them fairly often. Not every day, but I definitely like using them for connecting with angels and for healing and connecting with Mother Nature, things like that. Yeah, so thank you for joining me in this little recitation, this meditation. Be sure to leave a comment or question down below if you have one. hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And once again, thank you so much for vibing with me.